Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So, as you can tell by the title of the video, this video will be a story time about my trip to Seattle that I took last week. It was me and a few friends that went, and it was like a 6-day trip. We left on Wednesday at 3 a.m. to catch our flight, which left Denver at like 11. And then we got to Seattle around like 3, I would say. And then we got settled at Seattle University, which was where we stayed, which was really nice. Like, they let us stay there for free, so that was really nice. And that night we had dinner at this new Hawaiian restaurant, which was down the street. And it was so cool because, like, they literally have their fish shipped from Hawaii. And I ordered a poke bowl for the first time. I'll insert a picture. It was really nice. I had masago in there, Hawaiian salmon, crab, and just a bunch of other stuff. I just inserted a picture so you guys can see. It was my first time eating a poke bowl, and I loved it. And then after dinner that night, I went to get my nails done. It was on the same street as QFC, and it's called LA Nails. And I regret getting my nails done there because, first of all, my nails were crooked. They had bumps. And the service side wasn't that great because the lady that was doing my nails, she was literally on the phone having a full-on conversation. And she ended up charging me $55 for my nails, which I think it should have been like $30 or something because I just didn't like it. And then on Thursday morning, we had a Seattle University tour. It was like a pretty campus and everything, but personally, I don't like how it's in the middle of the city because there's too many sirens and things going on, but other than that, it was pretty nice. And then we toured Google, which is pretty cool. They gave us Patagonia backpacks, and they're just really welcoming and nice at Google, just to hear like all the projects they're doing and everything. And then I had dinner at a ramen place, which was super cool because it was like an actual ramen place, and I had like seaweed in it and everything, but unfortunately I didn't get a picture, but it was pretty good. And then the same night I went to U Village Mall for like an hour, so I didn't really do much because I just had an hour to be there, and I ended up buying shoes, which I'll talk about later in the video. And then fast forward to Friday. That morning was super interesting. So I got up that morning, I went to go get a pedicure, and not at the same place I got my nails done. It was a different place. And so I was just sitting there getting my little pedicure, and some guy walks in with his daughter, and I'm like, they look really familiar. And it ended up being Macklemore and his daughter. So there I was, just sitting, getting a pedicure next to Macklemore. But like, I didn't get a picture with him or anything because I didn't want to interrupt his father-daughter time. But I did like sneak a picture just to like have proof that I did see him. So I'll insert that. And then after that, I went to an art museum, and my favorite part about the art museum was the Native American portion of it because there was some beaded boxing bags, I think is what they're called. I'll insert some pictures. It was just nice seeing like a little hint of home in the art museum. And then that evening we went to the Seattle waterfront, which was super cool because it was my first time seeing the ocean, and it was like sunset time, and it was just so pretty, and I loved it. And then we had dinner at the Crab Pot, which is a restaurant along the waterfront. And me and my friends, we all pitched in to buy this huge platter of seafood. It was like $100, but I'll insert a picture. It was pretty good. There was king crab, clams, shrimp, like all that. It was so good. Like, I want to go back because I love seafood. And then fast forward to Saturday. This is the day I wore my new shoes, which I regret because we started the day off with a 3.5 hour long Boeing tour, which we stood and walked for the whole time in my new shoes, and it was really uncomfortable. And then after that, we just happened to go on a hike at Discovery Park. Like, although my feet did hurt, the scenery was so beautiful. I got to see more of like the ocean and like the mountains behind there. I'll insert some pictures and videos because I took a lot. That was pretty nice. I just hated that like my feet hurt because I was like breaking in my new shoes. And then I had dinner that night at Sizzle Pie, which is like a pizza place. It was pretty good. And then fast forward to Sunday, which was like a pretty cool day because we didn't really have like a schedule set up. We just got to do whatever we wanted for our last day in Seattle. So that morning we went to the aquarium and I was just like hyped to go see the octopus. But there was like a bunch of kids around it, so I kind of just skipped it. But I did get to see like some really crazy looking fish and everything, so I'll insert some pictures of the fish that I saw because they were pretty cool. And I took some more pictures next to the ocean, so I'll insert more pictures of that. Then after that, we went to Pike's Place, and on the way there, I got to see the gum wall, which was super gross, but I ended up putting a piece of gum on there. I'll insert a video because I took a video of me doing it. And then Pike's Place was pretty cool. Like, we got to see the guys like throwing the fish, and I tried some homemade honey sticks. And there was a huge flower shop, and it was just like a really pretty place. There was a lot of people there, a lot of good energy. And I went to the Space Needle, met up with an old teacher of mine, and me and my best friend got matching bracelets there, which was really cool. And then after the Space Needle, we went on a ferry ride. I really wish I wasn't wearing shorts that day because it was freezing on there. It was so windy and cold. I'll insert a video because it was so beautiful, just like traveling to another island next to Seattle. And then it was our last day in Seattle, so we went to Mass at Seattle University. That was pretty nice. Their church is like really cute and tiny, and it's just really pretty. And then Monday morning we got up at like 7 a.m. and caught our flight back to Denver. And that's the end of the trip. So thank you guys for watching, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.